See you right there. All right, mic check 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Let's see. Let's see. All right, no sound from David. Let's see if I can get the sound on. Perfect, perfect. All right, so it's a mostly clear sky. Good morning, David. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. The sound should be working right now, so we're good to go. Over downtown San Antonio, Morgan's Wonderland Camp, and the airport, it is a clear start to our day. And temperatures comfortable in the lower 80s at this hour. Okay, talking about this really quickly, this is interesting. This is showing you, let's just do something real quick. Something's a little weird on this. The background's a little more transparent. Let's see if I can, that's why. There we go, that's better. Okay, so this is showing you San Antonio's year-to-date rainfall. We're doing awesome. You know, I'll tell you what, you know, we've seen several rounds of rain over these last 2 weeks, and they've really pushed us above our annual average based on where we should be this time of year. So, for example, San Antonio is at 25 inches of rain for the year. Our typical annual average at the end of December is around 32, 33. So we're on pace to meet that if October, November, and December is nice to us with rains. But man, Del Rio's not doing so great. So Del Rio is at 4.7. That's about 9 inches of rain below average. Austin's doing okay, 21 inches of rain at Austin Mabry, I believe that's the particular observation site. That is 2.5 inches below average, and Corpus Christi's at 14.8, which is about 6 inches of rain below average. So that is what we're looking at. It looks like central and south central Texas doing okay, but you know, the drought continues. We'll have another update on our drought report on Thursday. But Bonita County, Bexar County still underneath that, you know, range of extreme to exceptional drought. But this last week's rain really did help out a lot. And those rains will be factored into the drought report that comes out on Thursday. Okay, at the airport, it is sunny, it is clear, it's 80. It's 83 at Stinson, winds are from the east at 5. Temperature is pretty comfortable right now. But when you step outside in the next 30 minutes to an hour, for it being like, you know, towards noon hour, it's not bad. Typical afternoons and late mornings, we should be pushing like around 88, 89 at this time of day, and we're at 80 in the city. 77 at Boerne, 77 at Bandera, 81 at Hondo, 80 at Austin, 87 at George West. So George West near like Live Oak County is where temperatures are pushing a little faster. 80 at Del Rio and 72 at Rock Springs. Looks pretty good on this Tuesday morning, everybody. All right, radar satellite, it is quiet. There are some clouds out in our western counties towards like Edwards County and Valverde County, not producing any rain. The nearest rain is out near the valley, so near like Willacy County, Hidalgo County, McAllen, Raymondville, Harlingen area. That's where they're seeing a couple of scattered thunder showers, non-severe at this point in time, at this time of day. So if you're driving anywhere in the valley in the next 1 to 2 hours, just know that, you know, there might be a couple of rain showers out there, some heavy downpours here and there, but nothing too intense right now. Okay, here is today's timeline. 86 at 2, 90 to 91 for a high temperature. Normal's 92, so right near the neighborhood of where we should be for early to mid-September. Not bad at all, I'll tell you what. Because early in the mid-September, you could easily hit like 99 to 100 degrees. It happens a lot. And it's, you know, gradually starting to cool off. I say that reluctantly because we can still see heat waves in September, which we don't want to see, but it's possible. Today's high, though, below normal. We'll take that, 90, 91. Progressively through the week, you know, through Thursday and Friday, we'll see this ridge of high pressure start to amplify a little bit out near northern Mexico, southwest Texas, and that'll create some sinking air. Basically, what that means is just more sunshine, clear skies, and highs in the middle 90s through the weekend. So if you have any plans outdoors this weekend, it should be fine. It'll be sunny, clear, and mostly quiet. Out in the Pacific, there is a tropical wave that bears some watching because sometimes these tropical waves can move up the coast of Mexico and then move east. That's exactly what happened this past weekend with Lorena. There was a tropical storm, borderline hurricane at one point, that moved into the Baja Peninsula, and then the remnants moved into Texas, which caused some rain this past Saturday and this past Sunday. So this is why we watch these systems, because while they're extremely far away and they don't have any direct impacts for us, sometimes indirect impacts can come our way as they move farther north. But a lot of the times they move due west towards Hawaii. But if they move north, then we'll have to watch it very closely. And, you know, that's why it bears some watching. So we'll have to watch this system if it moves into the Baja Peninsula. Zooming back out, I want to show you this right here. The Atlantic is bone dry. There's not much out there. There are some waves out there, some clusters of showers and thunderstorms, but in regarding hurricane activity in the Atlantic, there is nothing. There's nothing out there, which is interesting because usually it is this time of year between like September 5th and the 15th where we see the most tropical storm hurricane activity. Matter of fact, the peak of the season for the Atlantic hurricane season is September 10th. This is when we see the most activity, and we're not seeing anything. We've seen a few storms and hurricanes here and there. We saw Hurricane Aaron a couple weeks back, and then Lorena, that was a different Pacific storm. And we have yet to see Tropical Storm Gabrielle. That is the next name on the list for the Atlantic season that has not formed yet. But we're halfway through the season, and we'll see peaks in activity between now and the mid of September through the next week or so. And then we may see additional activity probably in early October, but basically by the end of October into November, that's when things really start to quiet down. So it's this time of year where usually we see more hurricanes and storms form in the Atlantic, specifically in the Atlantic, but also in the Pacific as well. Okay, so here is your 14-day forecast. Not much of a change. You can see right here at 92 today, 94 tomorrow. We gradually get hotter, but nothing, overwhelming. Nothing regarding triple-digit heat. That's the good news. 95 Friday, 96 Saturday. If you have any plans outdoors this weekend, it should go off without a hitch. Should be fine. It'd just be hot, right? Middle 90s. That's still pretty hot. Especially if you're spending any long amount of time outdoors. Drink plenty of water, find shade, take breaks when you can. Definitely not like triple-digit heat, but 96, 97 can definitely feel very, very hot, especially for those who are not used to this heat by now. So that following week, some additional rain chances come into play. We'll see if that materializes into something more significant, which can certainly happen in September, because September is historically a pretty wet month. We get on average about 3.5 to 4 inches of rain based on normals in San Antonio in the month of September, and we've seen already a couple with this past weekend's rain event. So hopefully we get some more. In the meantime, though, sunny skies and highs in the middle 90s through the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Be safe. Download the KENS 5 app for any additional updates on radar, on tropics, on hurricane season, on any severe weather that comes our way. We'll have updates on radar and additional write-ups from our weather team here at KENS 5, and you can download it free today. It is free in the App Store. Otherwise, have a great Tuesday, guys. Be safe, and high temperature of 92 today.